Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Cape Rugby TV, where we keep taking a look at what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby. Even during the difficult times that we've been going through, we keep talking about the activities of Western Province Club Rugby. Big thanks of course to our partners on board with us here, Direct Access, your financial services partner, MChem 24-hour pharmacy down the corner of N1 and Durban Road, Score Energy Drinks, of course, as you know, Score is on board with Cape Rugby TV. There you see the logo behind me, and remember, you can of course win yourself a case of Score Energy Drinks during the course of the show. Just keep your mobile phones handy. And Thorburn Security Solutions, all on board with Cape Rugby TV. And don't forget folks, during the course of the show, we'll also give you an opportunity to win yourself a set of masks courtesy of CTC Sports. All that tonight on Cape Rugby TV. Very exciting. All right, we've got a nice full show for you this evening. We'll be catching up in a second or so with Noshipo Poswa. She is the Western Province Rugby Under-16 women's or girls team coach, so to say. Frances Engelbrecht is the chair lady of the Tygerberg Rugby Football Club women's team. And we'll catch up with Joey Solomons. He is, of course, Joey Classes Solomons. He's, of course, the chairman of the Western Province Rugby Referee Society. And we'll catch up with the DHL Stormers. This is, of course, after their successful outing at Newlands over the weekend, over the Toyota Cheetahs. And we'll catch up with our very own Renzel Botman about the past players' structure at Hands and Hearts and their connection to their under-20s. But joining me on the line now, Noshipo Poswa, Western Province Rugby Under-16 girls team coach. Noshipo, nice to have you on the show. How are things there with you?
I'm fine, and yourself, JP?
Yes, no, I'm pretty well. As we've been saying to everybody over the last 7 months, we've been saying we go one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Noshipo, let's start at the beginning. How did you get involved with rugby?
Oh, I was still in high school in PE. I was in Zondilelo High School. So my school was dominated by rugby. I was playing netball that time. But when I saw the boys playing rugby, then I wanted to play also. Then when they introduced women's rugby in South Africa, then I told myself that I want to be involved and play rugby.
Did you have a position? Because you say you come from netball. Did you have a favorite position when you started playing?
When I started playing rugby?
Yeah.
Yes, I have my favorite position. It was fly half. But I was very fat. I wanted to play fly half, but because of my body, then I changed to hooker.
Oh, you changed to hooker. All right, okay. And then, of course, you came to Cape Town. You got involved here at Western Province Rugby, and you played for UWC.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
UWC. When UWC played against us in PE, I was playing for Vista University. Then they told me that I must come to Cape Town and play for them. And that time I didn't have a matric. So they told me, no, there's no problem. You can come. We can do something about that. Then I came to UWC. I think it was 2005. Then I came to play for UWC. And
that was the start of your rugby career.
Yes.
Now, tell us a little bit about playing for UWC. Was that a challenge? I mean, UWC's got great women's rugby.
It was a challenge back then because that time most of the UWC players was new in rugby. So when I started to play with them, then they started to believe in themselves and wanted to play, because when they play against Goodwood, there was a team that called Goodwood, but that team is no more now. So that team was a big team. So when they beat UWC, 100 score. So when I started to play for UWC, then they believe in themselves. Then we started to break that record, because most of the team in Western Cape, they were beaten by Goodwood. Then we started to break that record, 10 years record. We beat Goodwood. I remember we were playing there in their main field. So we beat Goodwood. The score was 10-5, if I remember correctly.
That must have been a good feeling for you.
Yes, that was a good feeling for me.
I'm getting
because
goosebumps.
It was my first time. So it was my first time to play against that team. We beat that team. I remember our coach was Coach Pedro, the lady.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we did an interview a few weeks ago with Anissa Adams, who's now, of course, taken over as the coach at UWC.
Okay. Yeah.
But talking about coaching, from UWC, you of course moved to, got more involved with Western Province Rugby, and at this stage you're coaching the Western Province Rugby under 16 side. How did you get involved in coaching and specifically at Western Province Rugby?
When I was studying at UWC, then I was doing teaching. Then I applied at Zimasa Primary School. Then I went there. Then I started to coach women's rugby. So it's when I started to be involved in coaching for Western Province. But before that, I was also involved when I was coaching the schools. There was a program where all the old players and the players that play rugby went to the school and coached the school. So I was also involved.
Noshipo, now of course one of the big things that's happening at Western Province. Well, before we go to that, just tell us about some of the success stories for the girls, for the under 16 side. Have you guys got a lot of memories? I mean, we obviously haven't been able to play this year. It's been a terrible year for sport and of course for rugby as well. But have you got any good memories there of the Western Province girls under 16 side?
Yes, I do have good memories, especially when I was a manager. We won all our tournaments, we won. Then I started to be a coach last year. Then we won also. So that was a good memory for me. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Noshipo, now Western Province Rugby is rolling out a high-performance program, coaching program, which is exclusively for women. Yes. Tell us a little bit more about that and your involvement.
Yes, we're going to start on the 5th of December. I will be also involved in that. So I want to grow my career. So I'll also be going to be involved on that coaching. And we want all the girls, especially those former players, to come on board and also be their coaches, because we want women's rugby to be handled by women.
Noshipo, we also spoke to Nell Rousseau, Western Province Rugby's team manager, and we had Laurie and Johannes Haupt on the show, and we had Babalwa Lacha on the show. You've got some really fantastic people with you.
Yes, especially Laurie and Johannes. We started to play together at UWC. Same age, same rugby team, same coaching, because we're coaching Western Province together. So we play for national team together.
So do you think that team of management, yourself and Lorian and Danelle and Babalwa, do you think that is all, I mean, it must be, it's very positive. You're all together, you all know each other, you've all got that joined experience. I mean, Babal was the national captain, the provincial captain. Lorian is involved at a national level. Nell herself has got international, national and local experience. I mean, you guys really have got the top of the pile of knowledge and experience to bring to this development program.
Yes, that I think for me, especially to see Lorian and see Danelle and also Lacha to be there on top, I am very happy. I am very happy. I think the girls will see and copycat everything that they are doing, because they are doing positive things.
That's fantastic. This is such good news for sport. It's such good news for women's rugby. I'm so happy for you. You mentioned that you would, of course, like to bring back some of the former Western Province Rugby women's players and coaches and get them involved as well.
Well, yes, that would be good, because most of them, they are roaming the streets. They are doing nothing. They are not studying. They are not working. So for them, it's going to help them to be involved in women's rugby, at least to do something and plow back to the kids.
Get back involved there. A lot of coaching experience there as well. Noshipo, we're going to leave it at that. Have you got any shout outs that you want to give to anybody? You want to say hello to anybody at Zimasa or the girls at the Western Province Rugby under 16 side?
I want to say to them, to the Zimasa players and also the teachers, that let's stay positive, especially in this thing that is going on in our country. So let's stay positive and focus.
That's great. So
everything will follow.
That's great, Nosi. Thank you very much. We, of course, say the same to you. Stay safe out there. Wash the hands, social distancing, wear the masks, and we can't wait to see you guys on the field, where we can come and take lots of pictures and videos and showcase your skills.
I can't wait also. It's boring now because you don't do nothing.
Fantastic, Nosi. We'll catch up soon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
There we go, folks. Noshipo Poswa, Western Province Rugby's under-16 girls coach, and they're busy with development program, which is exclusively for women, and we're looking forward to following their progress. Don't go away. When we come back from the break, we'll carry on talking about what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby. Back in a sec.